Hello and welcome to round 3 of our Hour of Devastation draft. We won the die roll, we're going to play first. This hand's a mulligan. This hand's a little dicey, but I think it's a keep. Sandblast, eh? Yeah, I think we keep it on top. We're going to cycle the Desert of the True, so we'll just play basics. It's a pretty slow start for our deck. Hopefully we won't be punished too much. Okay, another blue-green deck. I'm thinking this is just going to be more of a ramp deck again. Okay, Ketra's Avenger, that's on turn 2 late, but so we can actually just Desert's Hold Hope Pretender, which takes them off of ramping. How desperately do we want to stop them from getting to 4 mana is the question. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Stops activated abilities, which Hope Tenders is activated. Would be much nicer if we'd had, say, a 2 drop down that could attack through the Hope Tender now, but okay, Harrier Naga. We could Sandblast the Harrier Naga, but I'm just going to get the Kenra Scrapper down here. We will lose an outright race, but we have plenty of creatures in hand to add to the board in the next turn. Could do with finding second planes, so we can start double spelling. Beneath the Sands, sure. And our opponent doesn't have a land drop otherwise. Okay. So I think I am just going to play 2/2 drops here. I can't think of a sweeper we particularly want to play around. And if we draw Vizier of the True, then having 3 Exert creatures is certainly no joke. Unquenchable Thirst's annoying. Okay, they're attacking with the Harrier Naga. We're just going to let that happen. Kind of interesting here that we could actually hold Winged Shepherd. And play it as a 6 drop. I think we're certainly going to see what our opponent does before we choose to cycle it. We've hit our land drop. We'd only get rewarded if we hit Emberhorn Minotaur. Sure, on summon. Strategic planning. Presumably hoping to hit lands here. We'll cycle away a Shafet Monitor. I think Shafet Monitor an island. Okay, let's just Sandblast the Harrier Naga here. Okay, so do we cycle Winged Shepherd? I think I'm going to, because we're going to probably play Ketra's Avenger, and I think we can draw something useful. Would have drawn the land in 2 turns. Play Ketra's Avenger. So I'm going to actually play Cartouche here, because Cartouche finishes it in 2 turns. We get in for 6 this turn, and then exert the Gustwalker for 7 next turn. We do have to put the Cartouche on the Avenger, so it gains haste, however. Yep, opponent hasn't got anything, so they scoop. Good job looking at our next 2 draws as lands. Okay, red-green ramp. I'm thinking, again, the ramp target is something like Sifter Worm, Sandworm Convergence. Even something like Greater Sandworm could prove to be an issue. We could bring in Forsake the Worldly. We saw an Unquenchable Thirst. It seems reasonable. It's like, given we saw an Unquenchable Thirst, we know this isn't going to be bad, and given like they could have a big enchantment that just makes it really difficult for us, I think I'm happy to bring this in. Probably just going to cut Winged Shepherd. Want to keep our curve fairly low, so basically just cutting a Cycler, which I think I'm fine with. Oof. This hand. So this hand's 1 land away from being decent. And we have a 1-drop that's playable. This hand could easily be a trap, but I think I'm going to give it a risk. The payoff for this hand could just be so good. Well, that's not the payoff. So we'll take any land next turn, preferably a mountain, but any land will do. That's not a land. Okay, now we might be in trouble. Our opponent's played 2 islands, so it's possible they're colour screwed. 3 islands now. There we go. Essence Scatter? Or Censor, okay. Well, we couldn't really play around Censor, so... Champion of Rona, sure. Part of me likes just tapping down the Champion of Ronus. You play this card if you have something big in your hand. So I'm just going to pass the turn and tap down the champion. Unquenchable Thirst, it's a pain, but we can deal with it. Play Dauntless Aven here. Dauntless Aven is a nice way to play around that Unquenchable Thirst. I think we'll look to Desert Hold the River Hoopy. Because now they're at potentially 6 mana. Yeesh. Cartouche is a real pain here. Are they exerting the champion? Yes. What are they putting into play? Sifter Worm? That's an even better target for a Desert's Hold. showing us an even reed stalker. Okay. Well, we're not going to gain any life with the Desert's Hold, which is disappointing, but I think we definitely have to play it here. No point attacking, we'll just be trading our Dauntless Haven for nothing. I think it's probable we want to leave up Sandblast next turn. Sidewind Naga, sure. 4-2 trample. Again, it's a pain, but yeah, I'll play the Aketra's Avenger here. Just pass with Sandblast up. So what we can actually do here is we can Forsake the Worldly to knock the Cartouche off and block it with the Avenger if we really want to. Feels like that's not a terrible trade. Again, they're exerting the Champion of Ronus. What are they putting out? Oh, they're unsummoning their Sifter Worm so that they can bring it back with the Champion. Sure, that's not good. Really not good. So they scried to the bottom and showed us Unesh. Okay, this game is getting away from us. So we could Forsake the Worldly, the Cartouche, just to kill the Champion. We are very much 2-for-1ing ourselves there though, and I don't like the idea of that. The only other thing is that double Sandblast on the Sifter Worm is one way to take it down. But I think I'd prefer to Sandblast and Aketra's Avenger, to be honest. So we'll just... We should really do this after blocks, but we're not going to block, so we'll do that. Could block Sidewinder Naga. Not a terrible idea. Unesh is a 4/4. I mean, we kind of might have to keep our life total reasonably high. Okay, yep, just gonna have to pass. The plan is to knock the Unquenchable Thirst off with Forsake the Worldly, and then we're gonna have Fanbearer up. So we're gonna take 8 here. Massively 2-for-1ing ourselves there. Probably just dead next turn, really. Oh, they don't have the mana for Unesh. That's at least some good news. And they draw it. Ooh. Hello, friend. Play our Vizier. So we'll tap down the Aven Reed Stalker just as a way to save ourselves some damage. We really can't give them Ambuscade, but I think they just take it here. Yep, they took Ambuscade. Well, we may as well attack with the Vizier. We're not exerting it. They're not going to attack with Unesh. Are they going to play around another Sandblast? I mean, it's good for them if they do, but we will eventually draw cards that we can just go kill River Hoopy. Then they might actually ambuscade to kill the Fanbear at this stage. Wow, our opponent attacked with nothing. I mean, ambuscade, end of turn. Yeah, they're going to draw a card with River Hoopy. Sure. Tap down the Reed Stalker. This Act of Heroism really isn't going to do much because our opponent's creatures all have flying. Ooh, Synchronized Strike. That's a good draw. It's also a really good card to know about. Synchronized Strike gives just +2/+2, not reach. Okay, so our opponent is playing the ramp deck. They're playing like, I'd guess Unesh and Sifterworm in their top end. There's not really much we can do other than just try to go under them. I think I prefer keeping him Forsake the Worldly just to get rid of Unquenchable Thirst, so run this from game 2 and just hope to have a quicker hand, really. This hand looks good, so it's a keep. Oh, opponent's mulled to 6. Probably lead with the Burning Fist Minotaur here. So I'm not going to complain about having more Sandblasts. They're a reasonable card in this game, I think. Can't deal with Sifterworm, but there's not much removal that can deal with Sifterworm, I think. Oh, they got rid of their Cartouche. I think that's actually a pretty good card against us. I like drawing Open Fire, but I think we're just going to play Dauntless Haven. So you probably could play at Ketra's Avenger just because it does more damage. But Dauntless Haven is more mana efficient. Though noticeably Ketra's Avenger would have done 2 more damage by turn 5. Okay, well that's not a good card really for you to draw again to play in this situation. Ketra's Avenger. We could leave up Sandblast or Open Fire. We're looking to be aggressive though, and getting cards on the board will help. Cunning Survivor, sure. I think we attack with everything here. I'm going to exert the Aketra's Avenger. The fact our opponent presumably has sideboarded these Cunning Survivors in makes me reasonably happy. I mean, this is potentially 9 damage. So we could go all in on the Burning Fist Minotaur to do the 9 damage, and then open fire and our opponent's just dead to Dauntless Haven. But this way we do 7. Yeah, so... Bitterbow Sharpshooter, sure. I think I'm just going to attack with everything here. So this only goes badly for us. So I guess if we attack like that, our opponent's going to block there. Presumably let the Aketra's Avengers through. We'll untap the Exerted Avenger as well so it can attack next turn. So presumably they're going to block the Dauntless Haven. Okay, so 1 swing with Dauntless Haven plus Open Fire should hopefully be enough. Or even actually, they're going to need to play a creature so we can... Otherwise we can just go wide. 2 creatures, I should say. Desert Hole's nice. We could certainly play pre-combat. They have mana up. They could have like an unsummon. So I'm just going to swing in with everything. And we have Open Fire, Sandblast, instant speed to get us out of trouble. But they pretty much need to bounce the Dauntless Haven here. Reed Stalker. I'd love to see what they're planning. So part of me wants to let this happen and then just open fire them. As far as I know, 2 mana counter spells have to be Censor. So I think I'm reasonably happy. Yep, sweet. Well, that was a nice draft. Our red-white aggressive deck with what pretty much no rares. Did the business. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, then please remember to like the videos and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow us on YouTube and Instagram, and occasionally we'll even post on Facebook. They are all at cheapasmtg, and I hope to see you for future videos.